Oh, Joy Courtney. Terrible act, but
Topless.
that body.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Bow body.
Get me the coconut oil, someone. Hi, everyone. It's Ethan McKinley. It's episode 24, and this is the 2-Minute Terminator. I'm Ethan McKinley.
I'm Ellie Fitzgerald.
And we break down the Terminator films 2 minutes at a time. And we also say things
at the same time.
Wow, this is getting weird now. Ellie's
Hardly.
here in
We're
person.
looking at each other. When your lips move, my lips move.
Hello, everybody.
And
I didn't put the bookends in for this one, so I have to wig it.
And I'm in Birmingham.
It's episode 46 to 48. So those are the minutes.
Your
The
age.
2 minutes bridging. How dare you? The 2 minutes bridging that gap. Minutes 46 to 48. It opens with Joy Courtney giving a eulogy to his beloved Sarah Connor, and the Terminator basically saying, "Why are you hugging me? It's a meaningless gesture. Why hang on to something you have to let go of?" Hit the music. Why not? And we're back. Hi, Ellie.
You stole my hit the music.
We've had some trouble with this 2 minutes, even though it's quite pivotal. You've had. You have made notes. You said you're having trouble because it's quite a dull 2 minutes.
Well, it's all dialogue, isn't it? It's not a lot of action.
Dialogue. D-I-R-E-L-O-G.
B-A-N-A-N-A-N-A-N-A-N-A-N. Now spell banana.
There's an R in it.
Resto.
This is Restaur.
Spell restaurant.
Restaur.
Go on, Ethan, spell it.
R-E-S-T. A-U-R-A-N-T.
I'm not through it. Oh, the way you just went. Just like itch this little. Oh, God. Ethan, have you ever had a monobrow?
It's a victory itch. I've seen monogram slippers, which I've considered.
I said, have you ever had a monobrow?
No.
Oh. Just when you did that,
I've banged a few chicks with monobrows, though.
Aye. That's your thing.
Aye.
Bookmarks. You've done bookmarks.
We have, yeah.
Bollocks.
Well, it's an insight really into the Terminator as well. He's been around. In Terminator 2.
His body looks quite like yours.
Let's not go too far.
Apart from the scars.
That man's carved out of wood. This 2 minutes, this Terminator, Arnold, the Pops version, has been around for at least 10 or 12 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why is he still so stoic and fucking stick up his ass?
I thought that.
Because in Terminator 2, he's he starts to understand shit quite quickly.
But he's a different Terminator now, isn't he?
Well, you'd think if he came after that time, he's probably a T850 model, which is faster, with a faster CPU, faster everything. Which is the model that Arnold is in the upgraded T800, the T850 in Terminator 3. I presume he is the T850, but nonetheless, I mean...
Let's come to Arnold's coldness later on.
And talk about Jay Courtney's hotness.
Oh, God. Although I will
Amelia Clarke's silhouette, which looks like a Roger Rabbit cartoon silhouette.
I was literally going to say, her shadow is way fitter than she is.
I would like to say, because I've stretched the image on my computer, but I haven't in this instance.
I mean, she looks bangable.
You've got this weird upset. I think you actually like. You just can't admit it to yourself.
No. She's not my Alex.
Is she worse than Alex?
No.
Okay.
Not many are worse than her.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Slap a wig and a speak your weight machine.
Actually, no, because if you said I had to sleep with Alex or sleep with Joy Courtney, I would sleep with Joy Courtney.
Okay.
I don't know why, but I just get the idea that she'd have a really, dusty, soggy, almost like the smell of mildew.
Mildew and cobwebs.
Yeah. Well, I won't say where. So Jai is watching Amelia Clarke getting undressed. Can't blame him. My question is, at no stage did he ever consider that he could possibly be the father?
No.
Because it's not like she's very sociable. She's constantly hanging out with the Terminator who's there to protect her. At what stage would she be able to run off and get laid?
I know. Well, he'd be constantly coming in and interrupting and cock blocking.
I was going to say
innocently, but
he does innocently cock block Jai in this scene, and then goes, "Did you mate?" It's like, no. What did you want to watch? Dad. Actually, I did think that this particular scene is very much...
He just gets in the time machine with the ring spinning, just going...
Wanking. That's really all it is. He just
shooting semen into the time stream.
Well, because they have to be naked, don't they? It's all a
ruse.
ruse.
Goes through the time tunnel next, just gets slapped in the face with some spaff. What,
when you come out the other end? Just covered in spaff.
What the fuck?
It's ectoplasm. Yes, so we do get the lovely silhouette of Amelia all naked and that, and also her boobs are bigger in the silhouette too.
So do mine.
Do they?
Yeah.
No, your boobs are definitely bigger. I haven't seen you for like a week.
Ellie, we're going off topic.
Sorry.
What's the big the arc of the story of this particular 2 minutes?
Well, it's just really
because he's like
Amelia
basically, I know you're disappointed in me, but I'm kind of like
all you've got.
I'm here for you, and she's like, she goes,
because it's he's showing himself to be a bit
Prince Valiant.
No, not so much that, but he's making himself quite vulnerable, isn't he? He's opening up. He's making himself.
She's starting to see him in him the things that she's meant to see.
Well, it's probably because he's not talking like an arse for the first time in ages. I mean, the way he talks about her son's a bit gay.
Well, in his defence, like, he's just been thrown through a time washing machine. He's been shot at, knocked out.
No.
He's been attacked by two different robots. He's been berated by this chunky, average-looking girl who's meant to be the saviour of the future of the resistance in this timeline.
God help us. Who doesn't look 80s at all. I do have another question about this, though. So she takes all her kit off.
Yeah.
She then leans into the lockers and almost rubs her face on it for some weird reason. And then Pops... even before Pops comes in. So she takes all her clothes off, including her bra, and then just throws a jacket on. Why?
I don't know. I thought maybe they were interrupted because she didn't want him to see her naked. It wouldn't really affect him. But yeah, why did she just put on her next outfit? Well, no, she's not meant to be wearing an outfit. She's meant to be naked for the time machine.
So just be naked?
Yeah, like, because he's going to see it anyway. Yeah, good point.
And she knows he's going to see it.
Well, it's in the interest of
do we think... this isn't me going off topic, but do we think that this Terminator has seen Amelia in the nuddy?
Maybe. Well, I assume... No, I was going to say you'd have to bathe her, but she'd be too old for that. Her eyes rolling into the back of her head, Ellie. That's an old Bernard Manning joke, you know. He'd pick out like a semi-hot teenage girl out of the crowd and go, "You're my daughter, I'd still bath you."
Oh my god, that's amazing. Oh, comedy, humour, what happened to it? So yeah, do you not think he would have any... Do you not think it ever crossed his mind?
No, he's a robot. Oh, Master Hughes found a true love.
Do you not think it ever crossed Kyle's mind that he would be the father?
Yes, no. I wouldn't have thought that,
Maybe.
but I think one of the reasons he volunteered was to kind of like have sex with Sarah Connor.
Totally. You do not make that amount of sacrifice over someone you've never met.
If there's a hot chick,
exactly.
or what you perceive as a hot chick, and like you can be alone with her in her time and be her saviour. I mean, that really was Kyle Reese, Michael Bihn's version of the character, because he was playing all that like petulant. But leading up to that point, he was like telling his story, going, and then he's stuffing the bombs in the bag, acting all like wounded.
Yeah, but stuffing the bombs in the bags is an analogy for stuffing her bag with his bomb. Sorry, it's Terminator related. Yeah, so I did think that this was a proper father-daughter relationship scene between Sarah and
but he's so
Pops.
bloody robotic.
He is, but she's getting all embarrassed. She's getting all embarrassed, and she's just like, "Can you not ever say the word mate again, please?" It's the embarrassed teenager, you know?
But she's too old to be that embarrassed teenager.
I know. She's a gimp.
Hang on, let's rewind.
Actually, how old is she in this?
We discussed this. I think she's meant to be 9 in 1973.
9, okay. And so what
this
year
is 1984, so this is 11 years later, so I think she's meant to be 20 years old in this. So yeah, maybe you can get away with it. She's just out of her teenage years. But even that, I don't know, just the way it's silhouetted as well, the way he's watching things, it's just...
it's a bit weird, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm not sure what the narrative thrust of this, because they meant, if you were going to do this, either commit to it and have them like flirting, or like her being like...
Or her being thrown and slammed into the lockers.
No, you're getting all sexual again, but African Queenie, so they don't get on for ages, and they find each other through like the drama.
African Queen, isn't that a really old film about
Humphrey Bogart and Katharine Hepburn.
Yeah.
She gets on his boat, and he's like this like coarse, broad alpha male.
In other words, the same role that he always plays.
Yeah.
I do love him though. Lee Marvin's great.
With his dry teeth. Lee Marvin.
Shit, what is wrong with
Humphrey
me tonight?
Bogart. What's wrong with me? I've been terrible the last 2 days. By the way, listeners, I apologise for the last 2 episodes. I don't know what was wrong with my brain. I wasn't firing on all thrusters. I really wasn't.
I'm just confusing every single actor's name with someone else's name. God's sake. But Lee Marvin is great. I like him.
You're going to paint that wagon? You missed a spot. No, it's... I don't know. Yeah, I think they just could have African queened it because she doesn't like him until like way into the film. Once they've been through some trials and tribulations and some dramas, they kind of like find out that they actually love each other. Master Hugh has found a true love.
Why do you think she's withholding the truth from him? That he is the dad? Because he says, "Have you told him yet? Why are you withholding the truth?"
Well, he's saying it just as he's walking past him as well.
You definitely hear that. It's all brick. It'd echo like crazy. But yeah, why do you think that she's holding back? Why hasn't she just told him from the word go?
Because I think she's disappointed. I think she has been told of a legend in that she's made a legend in her own mind, essentially. That.
Oh, so you actually think that she's gutted?
Well, all the stuff she's been told is all from him. So she's like, this guy's going to come here, going to sleep with him. So she's either gone, this is going to be the worst thing ever because I have to do this no matter what he looks like. And he's turned out to be like this, like, no-neck, idiot, rent-a-hunk gumbar.
Yeah, but, you know, all he had to do was show a sensitive side and she's warming to him.
The one thing they haven't done in this scene, she has not walked around the lockers and, like, he said something stupid, she's corrected him and gone, ooh. And he's like he's shirtless and stuff. I mean, that's a beat they could have used in this because they are going for kind of like weird sexual vibe in this.
Oh, of course, like I said in the last
episode. But it's being done in a really clunky kind of way. He's having impure thoughts, so he looks away from the silhouette. Yeah, I don't know.
And as if you'd look away from the silhouette.
Oh God, no.
You wouldn't.
Well, he's not. Well, he's like he's ruminating on it now because that's why he's doing that kind of like weird Catholic priest thing. He's a silhouette and he's like looking at the wall going,
oh God, what have I done?
She's behind this piece of wood, and I've got wood.
I'd love it if you just heard.
Wait.
Oh my God, this is going to be amazing. That would have to be pretty bloody lengthy to have made that much of a...
So if you did hear that in the very far back, right, it's the spring-like door stop.
Sometimes they sound like really deep farts. Big fan. Yeah, so... Oh, there was something else. Oh, yeah. What do you think of Hasidic Jewish sideburns in the final part of this 2 minutes?
Who's that from? Oh, her with a little twist of hair.
Yeah. It's like a proper Hasidic Jew, you know, when you see them with the funny hats and the curly
I know what a Hasidic Jew is.
I know, but just in case
they melt things.
Just in case there were people out there that didn't know what it was. If you want to know what a Jew is...
Well, they're the hardcore Jews, aren't they?
Yeah. They're like the
Jedi Knights of Jews.
Yeah, the Jehovah's Witnesses of Christians.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're like full on, really strict. I don't think you'd be able to allow anyone that wasn't Jewish.
I wonder if that would wash though, because you see lots of Jewish children like with the kind of crazy parents, and they're in the Batman robes and the giant hat, like fucking V for Vendetta.
The Batman robe.
Well, whatever.
Oh my
They've got those wacky like the suits aren't the black suit. It's the big like V for Vendetta hat.
The heebie-jeebie hat.
It's the V for Vendetta outfit minus the mask, isn't it?
Yeah.
But with the facial hair.
Mm-hmm. And the curly sideburns.
In this modern age, do you think they're children who have to kind of have the shaved head and the curly whirlies and stuff?
Yeah, they do.
Do you think they grow up into being that as well?
Yeah, they do.
Because it's drummed into them like a Catholic. I think
what you don't understand is, with Christian in this country, obviously originally it was predominantly a Christian religious...
Bring it back to seminary
whatever.
Well.
Of course I will. But it's not really taken that seriously. It's not pushed on people. You know, you have your own choice. Whereas in those kind of, I'm not saying that they don't have a choice, but they live their lives by the book. You see what I mean? Whereas we just don't really give a fuck, mate. Anyway, back to this. So, what do you think's going through Sarah's head at this point? Do you think she's genuinely warming to him and thinking, oh, maybe I could have sex with this guy?
She's warming to him because he's kind of showed a sensitive side, and women like that apparently. Ugh.
I love this girl. I always have and I always will.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, yeah, because he's going, oh, I don't know, John's this and I'm that. And then he's like, look, whatever happens.
If Arnold hadn't walked in, do you reckon they would have mated?
No. No, because they're being forced to.
No, but that was like a little moment. It's all about those little moments, Ethan.
No, but it's not going to happen here and now. Because, I mean, she's like yeah, if you're asked or made to do something, it kind of takes the magic out of it, doesn't it? Because it's so artificial now. They've not found love naturally through like drama, which is what happened, I guess, in the first one, and maybe if we're going to include it in the canon, Terminator 3 with Kate Brewster and Nicholas. Was it John Connor? Sorry, played by Nick Stahl. Even though different characters, they found them. Because she was like, we're meant to get together? No way. So it's kind of the same story recycling thing. Because she's been told she has to do this, she kind of doesn't want to do it.
She's digging her heels in.
Which is fine. Ellie, there were a bunch of actors who were up for the role of Kyle Reese in this one.
Ooh.
And like we said, John Connor in Terminator 3, which went to Nick Stahl eventually.
He already would have been better.
Why?
Because he looks more like the original Kyle Reese.
What, thin?
Well, he's just leaner. He looks like he might have actually been through some kind of war.
Well, the actor we're talking about is Wilson Bethel. His IMDb link is actually in the show notes of the show. He's born in 1984 in Hillsborough, West Hampshire, USA. He's been in Inherent Vice, that awful Paul Thomas Anderson film from 2014 with Get Your Lip Fixed. What's his name? Who's the guy with the infected lip?
Billy Idol.
Joaquin Phoenix. Get your fucking lip operated on.
Oh my god. Says you can't breathe through your nose properly.
I know, especially tonight. He's done lots of television, basically, but he was up for the role of John Connor. The next person, who's actually the person who's after Pablo Escobar in Narcos, is Boyd Holbrook, who, despite being born in 1981, looks 12 years old. I think he's kind of, not a bad actor, I'm just saying he's miscast, I think, in Narcos as the foil to the Pablo Escobar. He's like the cop who's like after him to take him down, and he just looks too young for all the roles.
So when you say these guys could have been, is this because they weren't chosen or they didn't want to do it?
It'll be a mix of both. I mean, they either weren't chosen. I think because...
So you're telling me Jai Courtney wasn't their first choice?
I think Jai is the kind of the one the money men have picked. He was just in Jack Reacher before this, even though...
Isn't Jack Reacher meant to be rubbish?
It's not great.
Yeah.
Having said that,
I haven't heard great
I think
things
you'd like it. I think the problem with Jack Reacher is it's got Tom Cruise in it.
What? You love schmooze.
But Jack Reacher is meant to be this kind of like Dirty Harry, no nonsense, like a bit like, well, in the book he's kind of described as Liam Neeson, and I think he'd be a better fit would actually be Liam Neeson. He's an older man who doesn't take any guff. Basically, what Liam Neeson's like in Taken, when he's not taking any shit from anyone, he's just like you know, cracking skulls and taking names. Like Tom Cruise,
but not taking any shit.
Even though he gives 110% in all his films, and usually, even if he's got a small part in a film, the bits that he's in makes the film, those bits of the film are better, like Magnolia or Interview with the Vampire.
Love
in this, little Tom Cruise doesn't really convey, and he doesn't create or convey that kind of like
heroic,
don't fuck
badass.
with this guy.
Yeah,
he's not necessarily heroic. He does the right thing. He does the right thing, but I think the way he goes about it is morally ambiguous, and I don't think Tom Cruise is the right actor to convey that.
He's like a rogue cop.
Basically, yeah. A renegade robot cop.
Should have been a Lethal Weapon.
A guy called Sam Reid, a director and actor who's only done one film and acted in one film called Sleep, Poop and Furnish. So
he's not actually got a photo on IMDb.
That was 5 years ago in 2011. How he landed at a possible
Sleep,
shout out for Kyle Reese, I have no idea.
Is there a trailer for that?
The other person, of course, is Taylor Kitsch. Now,
He is hot.
Taylor Kitsch is in X-Men Origins Wolverine. He plays Gambit. And he was also in Battleship, which was a flop in 2012. The same year, which was meant to be his big year to make him or break him into a star, was John Carter. That massively flopped as well. So if you have two flops in a row, you could basically go in. You are kind of. You go, if you're a director and that happens as your films, you go to direct jail basically, and you just direct TV episodes until you can get another project if you were lucky enough to get one off the ground. So he has just kind of disappeared off the scene. He's still working, he's still in things, but as you see here, Ellie, he's just like Battleship, John Carter, then nothing really, like short TV movie, and then 3 years later he gets a TV series, and then hopefully he can build up his currency back up to being a movie.
He's a good-looking lad.
Although I personally think it's unlikely he'll kind of like get back in the swing of things. I don't think he really brings much to any of the films.
Oh no, maybe not so much.
Yeah,
in some pictures he looks great.
They tried to make him a star. The same thing they've done with Jai Courtney. The only thing with Jai Courtney is, which I've said ad infinitum, and when we had guests on Kyle and Brady and the Back to the Future guys. No, not that. And even Airport Minute Jim. he's one of these people like Sam Worthington from Avatar, another James Cameron project, who doesn't really have the ingredients to be a kind of movie star, but he keeps being put into these gigantic projects and foisted on us by agents and managers and producers.
He just doesn't have that presence. He doesn't create any movie magic. He's just
the only difference between him and Taylor Kitsch, I think Taylor Kitsch is actually better than this guy, but because he was in Jack Reacher and that was actually a flop, really, but even because it's Tom Cruise, they can make a sequel. How that's happened, I have no idea, but the reviews are terrible. What else was he in? He's in Suicide Squad. That's now, but the leading up to Terminator, he was in something else as well. I should just bloody Google it. Jai Courtney.
I can't remember, but no, you are right. He is in something else.
Yeah, he was in Die Hard 5, the worst Die Hard. He was in Jack Reacher.
Oh, Divergent. I've seen that. That's rubbish.
He's been in the Divergent films. I, Frankenstein, which was crap. I mean, he's had a mixed bag of stuff as well, so I'm not sure how he's made it over like someone like Taylor Kitsch. Taylor Kitsch had 2 flops in a row. Is it because Jai Courtney's not been the lead of these films at all?
Who is she?
Let's have a look at his girlfriend. No.
She's alright.
It's a no from me. But yeah, they were all the actors that were kind of like in the running for John Connor, all of which I think better choices than the one we actually got.
Yeah, I agree. I think Bethel would
have been the best guy for the job. Boyd Holbrook looks like too boyish, and Macaulay Culkin. Sam Reid, we have no idea what he looks like. He was in one film called Sleep, Poop and Furnish, and that was the end of him.
Sleep, Poop and Furnish. I wonder if there's a trailer for that.
And Taylor Kitsch just looks like Kitsch, basically.
If anyone has seen Sleep, Poop and Furnish, please do let us know what it's all about.
Yeah, if one of our 3 listeners has heard or seen of...
We're getting more likes every day.
Sam Reid or Sleep, Poop and Furnish, let us know. Oh, he'd have been a much better John Connor. He's got the wiry kind of...
Yeah. Well, it looks like he could have been through something hard.
Well, really, they should have... who was the boy that died this year? What's his name? Anton Yelchin.
Anton Yelchin.
Yeah, why didn't he just come back?
Devastating.
But then again, I guess they'd want some macho...
I thought he was a really good actor.
This is where the producers have gone wrong. They've cast this like gigantic rent-a-hunk.
Yeah, it just doesn't fit in with
who
Kyle Reese actually is.
Garrett Hedlund, of course, as everyone knows, is from Tron Legacy. That was another franchise that was cancelled because John Carter failed. They didn't want to put any money into the sequel for Tron Legacy. So he was maybe going to be a potential John Connor, and About a Boy's Nicholas Hoult.
Ooh!
They refused to test for the roles. Oh, here's your answer, Ellie. Those actors refused to test for the roles, and the producers were looking for lesser-known names. The final 2 actors for the role were Holbrook and Courtney. After numerous screen tests, Courtney was cast later as Kyle.
They wanted someone that hadn't been... But he's the one...
Boyd Holbrook's a much better actor, though.
I know, and he's got way more behind him.
I think it's like it's agents and producers working in collusion, because...
We will push this actor in your face
John Boyega,
for so long that you
who
will
was
like
the black
him.
boy from The Force Awakens, his agent, Femi Ungus, who I met when I was meeting agents last Christmas... He's now the producer on Pacific Rim 2, because John Boyega is the lead in Pacific Rim 2.
Whoa.
So his agent now is one of the producers on that film, so I'm assuming Jai Courtney's got super powerful agents that help swing the vote over Boyd Holbrook, who's the much better actor, even though he's physically wrong for the part. But then again, Jai Courtney really is physically wrong for the part.
Yeah.
But have you got anything to add, Ellie?
The last thing I was going to say was just the first thing that you said, and that was it's very strange that Arnie at this stage wouldn't even put his arms around Sarah.
Fuck.
Like, if she was 9 years old when he first rescued her, they would have built up some form of, even though he's a Terminator.
Even if he was less than a child at that time, over the 12 years of growing up with her,
exactly,
they would have kind of like,
also,
he'd be a teenager
he needs
himself.
to protect her, so he would also know that she would need some kind of...
You'd think you'd almost have a Data from Star Trek quality.
Yeah.
Whereas like childlike Pinocchio-esque. Yeah. You blew it, Arnie.
You did. You couldn't even put your arms around her. You bastard.
Well, that's probably like sciatica and arthritis.
She's not that fat.
With his dyeing his beard. Stop doing that.
I know. Just go grey. It's hot.
Well, no, he dyes the hair but not the beard. But I think the beard coming through as grey might teach him to go, oh, this actually is all right. I should stick with the grey hair as well.
Yeah.
We can only hope.
But they are all my notes.
Speaking of things going grey, this podcast, we shall return tomorrow, of course, with episode 25, minutes 48 to 50. And we'll be guesting actually tomorrow with the Ghostbusters Minute guys. So we're actually going to be on their show.
Brady and Carl are coming for you.
Although weirdly, because we did so much on Ghostbusters when they came on our show, I feel like we've already done it.
He'll be fine.
I don't know what to say. We're going to make some notes.
You don't make notes.
I do for other people's shows.
You read Wiki and IMDb.
Well, that's what I'm going to do tomorrow when we're making notes for the show. Thank you for listening, everyone. Thank you to all our new listeners. If you want to donate some money via our Patreon account, please do.
Oh yeah, we're gonna
we're gonna record a commercial tomorrow.
Yes.
We're gonna slip
tomorrow.
It in. Yeah.
Dude, we've got a lot to do tomorrow.
I know.
And I do want to sleep in past 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. That would be great.
You've given the listeners far too much of an insight into our personal lives.
Soz.
Well, the reason Ellie's actually here is she's taking me to see the illustrious auteur director John Carpenter, who's playing live.
Sunday.
We could have seen him much easier in London, but Ellie, who didn't check her listings.
Oh my, no!
We're actually going to Bristol, UK.
You sent
in
me
the northern part of England.
the link. You sent me the link. You went, Ellie. They've released one load more.
It was merely a guideline. You should have looked deeper into it, because when you did, you found we could have seen it really easily.
But also, it would have been during the week, so it would have been less likely that I could have got time off work.
Well, anyway, yes, if you'd like to follow the 2-Minute Terminator page, please do at Facebook. We've got the greatest collection of stills, movie clips, and God knows what, and this show, actually. Follow us on Twitter at 2-Minute Terminator, and if you want to watch the clip we're actually talking about, you can see the clip in question, Mystery Science Theatre 3K style, at 2-Minute Terminator at youtube.com. You've never seen it, Ellie. I'll explain later.
No, I'm just wondering why you've just put on 2 pairs of glasses.
I can see you in high definition now.
Johnny 4 specs.
Much better with one. Thank you for listening, everyone. We shall return tomorrow, and keep telling your friends and plug in the show, and let's get more listeners, and leave a review on iTunes. I've been Ethan McKinley.
I've been Annie Fitzgerald.
Hasta.
La vista.
Baby.